Hello there, this is Sandra Bear Davis, the Appalachian Medicine Woman. I hope you are having a most beautiful and blessed day. So happy to be here to be able to speak with you. I'm working with each day, at least attempting to, put out a daily video of encouragement, messages, and also to aid ones to kind of keep up to date with my work, people that enjoy my work on the radio and on YouTube and through meetups, things like that. Just informational. But more than anything, it's about encouraging and empowering light bearers, encouraging and empowering ones who have a prepper mindset, ones who are into preparedness and self-sufficiency, ones who are seeking to build a community, ones who are working with this whole new earth paradigm of unselfish service, with mankind's ascension. Mankind is beginning a process of ascension. At least many are. I was thinking this morning in my meditation, what came to me was two escalators. One escalator going down, the escalator going up. On the escalator going up, there were much fewer people. On the escalator going down, it was just jam-packed with people. And what this represented to me was that the vast majority of mankind right now seems to be devolving into fear, doubt, worry, guilt. It's kind of a violent society, a society that's just poisoned with genetically modified foods, environmental poisons, but just also emotional kind of poisons, having a mind that is just polluted with so much violence from television and video games. Society, has gotten to be just a violent place, and that's sad to see. But on the other hand, the escalator that was heading up were people that are working with ascension energy, ones who are consciously aware of their thoughts, consciously aware, positive manifestation, working with meditation, working with kind of purifying their body through the way they eat, the way they live, ones who avoid violent media, violent entertainment, and ones who are just working to bring in and set a light energy. You see, what was happening is they were rising above the denser energies that compound fear, doubt, worry, and guilt. That's not to say a light bearer never has fear, doubt, worry, or guilt. We're human beings. But our consciousness, our ways of thinking, our ways of living, and our ways of being are rising up and elevating. I think, too, the next wave of human evolution, human consciousness, is that more and more people will have their psychic centers lit up, enlivened, sharpened, and that people will be getting for themselves more and more messages from the higher dimensions for themselves. You won't need that kind of bridge of, say, a minister, or that bridge of sacred writings, or that bridge of going to someone for messages. You can receive it for yourself. And really you can anytime. We are not separate from God. We are not separate from the Creator. We are not separate from the higher dimensions, the angels, ascended masters, and these just beings of divine love, our spirit guides. We're not separate from them, but there is this illusion of separation. And I believe this next wave of evolution, you see, in more shamanic kind of traditions, it is taught and believed that we don't evolve over the course of millions and millions a year. It happens in a moment. It happens in a day. It happens in a twinkling of an eye. It happens in just boom. It happens. And mankind's ascension right now to being homoluminous between angel and man, for many, is happening. And people are having physical symptoms surrounding that are not always pleasant. Our physical body, has to attune up to these energies as well. It's riding right along with us. in this process on third dimension. So many of you may find yourself more fatigued than normal. You might find yourself having a little bit more scattered thoughts than normal. You might find yourself distancing yourself from negative type people more. You may find you cannot tolerate working in a negative work environment. You seek peace. You seek being with peaceable people in peaceable situations. You may find that you can no longer live in a neighborhood that is low vibrational. Yeah, you may find yourself craving more and more to be in nature. So listen to that. Listen to that guidance within your body that is leading you to a better life, to a better way of being, and in a more high vibrational kind of a lifestyle. To your physical body in that state might be telling you you must learn to eat in the light. You must give up lower vibrational foods. Please, if you haven't done it already, research genetically modified organisms, GM foods, and its physical impact on your body. We cannot eat these genetically modified foods and have no issues. Our body rejects it like a poison. You see, for thousands of years we have eaten this very natural kind of food provided for us by our Creator perfectly. From these wonderful sacred seeds, we've eaten animals that, eat the natural foods, and all of a sudden within the last 20 years we've had these scientifically altered products in our food stores. And what's happened is that many people have terrible issues with their stomachs, their colons, terrible pain, just awful pain. If you have seen pictures, I've seen pictures of animals that are fed GM corn, fed GM products, feed. Their stomachs just turn into mush. Their intestines turn into just like, ugh. It's so unnatural. It's awful. It's awful what it's doing, and it's doing that to people too. I see huge amounts of what I call an environmental kind of poisoning coming from genetically modified foods that I deal with people all the time. They have horrible, horrible pain and in their stomach and intestines, and they will not educate themselves about genetically modified foods. They just think, well, it's just a Dorito, it's just a Frito, it's just a cornflake. It's poison. It's poison. Don't eat it if it's not organic and it's corn, or if it's not organic and it's made out of with sugar in it. Canola oil mostly is genetically modified. So soy is mostly genetically modified. If it's not organic and those things, please don't eat it. I'm saying this to you as a healer. Don't eat it. It's causing horrible, horrible issues with people. So I'm just speaking it. Okay, don't eat that stuff. It is poisoning people. I don't care. I do not care what the government propaganda is telling us. This shit has been banned in many countries. Many countries. And in our country, government politicians are bought off or scared off from this Monsanto nightmare. So please, please, please do not eat that. Go organic with those items. Do the best that you can to eat in the light. Also, you may find that eliminating dairy from your diet might be very, very helpful. Or just going organic and limiting your dairy. That's causing lots of problems with people too right now. The non-organic. If we were allowed to have raw milk, and some people can get raw milk, if you can get hold of raw milk, goat's milk, cow's milk, now that is really good for a person, but the way they alter it, it becomes unhealthy for human consumption. In my opinion, as a medicine woman, alright, that's my opinion as a medicine woman, and I have my right to my opinion. That is my strong opinion. And so I hope that people will stop ingesting these things. The poor animals right now, the way they are treated in these factory farms, if you ingest meats from animals that are in these factory farms and these feedlots, they're standing up to their belly in their own feces and mud, and then you know they have to, just the way they're treated in such an inhumane way of doing things, it really is evil. It is what is called slave meat. You ingest their pain when you ingest that food. So it's so much better. I'm not saying don't eat meat. I eat meat. I've tried to go vegetarian, vegan, but I feel better, more grounded when I do consume meat. But we're making every effort we can to switch over to organic. And even better yet, if you can find a farmer's market in your area and buy pasture-raised, grass-fed beef. Free-range eggs, not from a chain, but from a farmer. If you can find farmers in your local area and buy those things, and it'll be in a way that had a cat hair. you'll be ingesting products from animals that have lived happy lives. You know, that when they are slaughtered, they can be slaughtered in a humane way, that in which they are not going to have just the trauma and the pain. And so it's very important to feed your divine body vessel, this beautiful temple of the Spirit. You know, it's not you, your body's not you, but it is of you. It's divinely gifted, beautiful vessel for your spirit and your soul. You know, we have to take care of that, especially while we're going through this whole ascension energy right now, and even on and beyond. I believe a time is coming where human beings will not even think about eating these chemical foods. It's not even food what we're getting right now. It's a chemical food-like stuff. And we will not even think about eating meat in which the animals are treated in such a brutal way. But right now, people are ascending in their consciousness. And light bearers, as I was seeing that vision of the escalator going down, the escalator going up, I was seeing light bearers plucking people off of the escalator that was going down, just helping them, encouraging them, and they were starting in the ascension process as well. So just because society is kind of devolving, others are ascending, there is that bridge to help pull more and more and more people over into the ascension energy. Never give up, never lose hope for society, for humanity, because each and every person out there is a bit of God having a human experience. They have just forgotten who they are. They have simply forgotten that they too are part of that whole divine mind. That Creator loves them, and they are a bit of that Creator. They are all our brothers and sisters. So we always maintain that hope, and we always work to be a good example as best that we can, in spreading divine love, divine light in the best way that we can. So I was just offering encouragement today. I wish for you a beautiful and blessed day. If you would like to speak to me from 11 to 3 weekdays, and then from 9 to 2 a.m. I do phone readings at 1-888-693-8437, extension 042-68117. Thank you.